A resource center for the homeless and the general community is getting a little bit of pushback. The opening of the center has now been delayed because of that. The Tennessee Valley Coalition for the Homeless plan to open the resource center at an old pawn shop off of Clinch Avenue in just a few days. Well, now they need to find another space. WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Kirsty Crawford talked with community members and the coalition's new leader about what happened.
If you ask most neighbors living behind the old pawn shop, they'll tell you they only recently heard about a resource center for the homeless.
There was actually someone coming around signing a petition to do away with it, and I did not opt to sign that.
The old pawn shop is where the Tennessee Valley Coalition for the Homeless were setting up a resource center. Rex Bingham, one of the only neighbors not opposed to the center, says his only concern was if there was a need for it.
The homeless population that's here is small, so they would have to travel to get here, and I'm not sure how much help that would be.
The new director of the TVCH says there is a need. That's why they wanted to set up shop in Anderson County.
It was really just going to be just as the name implied, a resource center for the community. But again, with us being Tennessee Valley Coalition for the Homeless, we want to try to make sure that we're helping make homelessness rare.
Several residents living behind the center had concerns. A shelter meant lines of people waiting for a bed and hot food. Taylor says they would provide food, but not shelter.
Shelter is nowhere in the plan for that facility or the facility that we're going to researching to open in the near future. So it's not a shelter.
They would provide job resources, housing resources, life skills, and more, but not a shelter. It would be open from 9 to 5. However, safety concerns became an issue, one reason why the center will no longer be located here. Threats to the staff were reportedly made.
People were calling our office and saying that they were coming to the meeting strapped with their weapons. There was a mention of don't be surprised if you find screws and nails in the parking lot of the facility that we were going to use. And the building was vandalized. The gas lines were cut. The HVAC unit was set on fire.
Although the threats temporarily blocked their mission at this location, Taylor says they're figuring out new plans to help the community. And it's people like Bingham in their corner that they need right now.
Someone that's looking for a handout's not going to be going to a resource center to fill out job applications. So they're obviously, in search of a better life.
Kirsty Crawford, WATE 6 on Your Side.
Now, the Tennessee Valley Coalition for the Homeless CEO says he knows they did not do a great job informing the community about just who they are, what they do. He says he understands the neighboring community's concerns, and he hopes next time they reach out to him with any questions.